Littlebox RPG by Story Brewers. Now these are 4 little games, they're little one-shot RPGs. Now I've been in search for an RPG that is for me. Look, I want to dip my toes in that water and lose myself in that world, that story-driven world. Now, you know what? I think this one might be for me because what I can do is I can actually just taste these games. They only last a couple hours long. You can feel yourself, losing yourself in that time just for those couple hours. Live that story and then it's done. Look, I think this could be exactly what I need. So $47,000 Australian raised and 418 backers, and it's just pretty much launched on Kickstarter. So let's go have a look. What do we got here? So what we have is 2 games that they're launching in the 2022 Kickstarter, plus also 2 games that they launched in a previous Kickstarter. So you can get all 4 games. But the 2 that are launched in this Kickstarter are Decaying Orbit and Saltfish and Almanacs. And we're going to have a look at both of their stories very soon. So there's just a little bit of background there, and there's Saltfish and Almanacs. So the other 2 releases, so again, this was a 2021 Kickstarter, was Villagesong and Our Mundane Supernatural Life. So there's so much diversity and so much difference, uniqueness in each one of these stories, and I just love that. Okay, so let's have a look. There's a look there at our boxes. They're small little boxes, not too many components, and you can just live that world just for a couple hours. Grab your partner, grab some friends, or play by yourself. And Villagesong won the Australian RPG sort of Game of the Year 2021, so it's well written. It's a great story. And there's all 4 of the boxes there. So what are we looking at? $78 for the 2 new ones, or $154 Australian. So again, remember, this is Australian, so $154 Australian is probably about, I don't know, maybe $110, $120 US, something like that. So look, yeah, I think it's not too bad for 4 different unique stories. Or you can add on basically $42 just each. And there's just a little look at some of the components in each of the games there. Okay, the first story we have is Decaying Orbit by Sydney Icarus. 2 to 5 players, 1 to 2 hours, 14 plus. So what this is, you're actually losing yourself. You're playing as the AI, but you're losing yourself as artificial intelligence. This blows my mind. You're not actually playing a character, you're playing as a computer. So look, here we go. On a distant space station, an AI reboots to find something wrong. The crew are gone, readouts are scrambled, the engines are dead, and the station is drifting into the heat of a burning star. What happens next? Where does this story unfold? And basically what this happens is you're going into this star, and the space station's gonna blow up and disintegrate, and you're gonna send one last story to Earth, one last message. And that's the flow of it. You're trying to find out what happened to this, and send one last message to Earth and just say, that's it. Thanks. And this is my story. This is my story as the artificial intelligence. Look, again, I think this is crazy unique. It's such a different way of thinking about this sort of space. Normally a generic space theme, but this is just such a different take on it. And there's a look at the artwork. And there we go. That's the last thing. One last message. Send one last transmission before the glowing star consumes your station. How should this failed dream be remembered? Great. And look, there's your cards there. And if you want to watch the video. Next one we have is Saltfish and Almanacs. Completely different, completely unique. Love the artwork on this. 1 to 4 players, 3 to 6 hours, 14 up. Okay, life on the road is always changing. 1 minute you're selling glow wasp honey to an upmarket bakery. Next you're arguing over saltfish in the bitter cold winds. Just again, this is my sort of world. This is something, it's so mundane and simple, but something I find fascinating, that I 100% would want to play this one. So you step in the shoes of a merchant on your yearly trade route through new and familiar places, search for bargains in the glitzy streets, so on, buy and sell goods, and you just living that story. And then those characters you're going to meet, you're going to come back and you're going to see them again down a track, and I don't know. Again, look, if there's something that interests you, check it out. So that's the second one there. And let's have a look. That's the components you get in that box. So the third one, Villagesong. So this is the one that won the award. So this one's by V Hendro, 1 to 4 players, 2 to 4 hours, 14 up again. And with quiet, uncertain steps, I walk the lonely path of the mountain to ask our ancestors for guidance. The peak beckons and I have only one question. How can I be worthy to lead? just again, just if you're into story narrative driven games, you could just see yourself losing yourself in this one. We go about leadership, close-knit politics, and the way our choices are remembered. So we're in ancient Java, so Indonesia, and I believe they had some cultural advisors on this one. So there's just a whole bunch of historical, stuff there, going back, talking about the tribes and how you're gonna lead your tribe there, lead your story. Here we go, look at all of that. And here we go. There's what you get in the box there. Okay, yep, a couple of videos, and that's the writer and designer there. And the last one is Our Mundane Supernatural Life. So this was V. Hendro and Haley Gordon, two players, 60 to 90 minutes, 14 up. Now this one here, this is what we have is basically gonna be playing as two characters. Now they could be love interest, could be father, daughter, could be whatever you want, but you're just telling the story of that closeness, that warmth you have with that, with that other person. And what's sort of different is that, they've also, the other person's gonna be like a vampire, poltergeist, could be anything. Again, this is your world, this is your story that you're putting together. You're planning your day out together. Like, I don't know, look, this could be just something maybe, to play with your partner, something like that. Again, all four of these completely different, completely unique. And that's pretty much it. A whole bunch of videos. It's a pretty long campaign page, but there's all four of them there. Look, if any of them interest you, go check them out. If you're into RPGs but want to almost just taste something fresh and new without having to jump on board like a big massive RPG campaign that you have to keep coming back to, I think this could be for you. So this is, I think this is unique, this is different, and I think we need to support, different games on these, Kickstarter and GameFound. So look, that's it from me. Look, I'm pretty damn excited about these. I think they're all beautiful. I think the artwork's beautiful. I think the design looks amazing. So look, I'm Host. This is Board Game Bangs. Till next time, laters.